like all associations, because of the penchant for not joining of this generation as compared to ours and preceding generations. However, these newer generations don't realize how terribly important these associations are, because they're put together to protect interests. We have a noble purpose, we have a great team, we have a superb leader in Norb Ryan and the team he's put together, and they have carried the mail to the hill as well as to our members to make sure that our benefits are protected and the new ones which we need are provided. We are moving into very hard times. There isn't anybody in this room who hasn't been touched by this severe downturn in the economy. And therefore, it's going to be extra important to keep the membership strong and to attract new members. The chaplain talked about leading from the front. Who leads more from the front than that platoon leader out in the field where there's contact going on? You are the platoon leaders. You are those who are putting together the local chapters, putting together agendas that keep them interested, putting together programs that attract young people, and participating in a way that encourages others in the community to join with you. I congratulate you all, but at the same time, we've got a hell of a challenge. This is an opportunity for all of you who are our leaders in the field to get together and talk about the various ways and means by which you can run a first-class chapter and in turn attract members and make our mission stronger. We'll soon be moving on to Washington in the spring to storm the Hill, and some of the ideas that you bring forth today and the members you're able to attract and put together the teams that will go to Washington will help in hard times to make sure that MOAA is not only the premier veterans organization, but also is the most responsive to its members. So with that, let me turn it back to Fred Edwards, who is leading the leaders, and we'll go around to these meetings this morning, these panels, and both Norb and I will be visiting them to hear what your ideas are. Participate, participate, participate. Every idea you've got is a good one, and we want to hear it. So, hey, Fred, on with the work.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Moving right along, I'd like to introduce Colonel Mike Jordan, who is the Director of Membership Marketing Division. He will answer a lot of the questions that I know that you have about where we stand on recruiting, plus some other things.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be here. I have an update.
To raise the visibility of MOAA outside of our own community. I think one of the greatest challenges we get every time we put up a booth someplace for recruiting, 9 people out of 10 say, what is MOAA? We've never heard of it. And I'm questioning, for example, does MOAA have advertisements in the Army Times, Navy Times, the Air Force Times? Does it appear in any of the other service magazines? Because I have never seen it. And I feel like that our visibility is not that great.
The answer is yes, we do. Mike, you want to take that?
Yeah, I'll try to answer that. That's a great question. We do advertise in all of the Times. It's not in every issue, but we stagger them, and they're in there. We've been doing that for a long time. We do advertise in periodicals, ranging from Military Spouse, which is a new magazine that's out there, to Guard and Reserve publications. And how many have seen the commercial? Okay. Well, we're going to run another. We're going to ramp that up in the next month. We're actually on television on the Military Channel, and now we're going to broaden to the History Channel and to something called Lifeline, where there's Desperate Housewives. No, military wives, Army wives. So we're on TV, and then we're going to be able to measure coming back to the join page. And so we're experimenting in that area, but you're right, lots of people don't know, but we're finding that more and more do, and it's a great question. It's a great question.
How about, I just want to mention, because we talked about this with Norb Ryan, your president,
We talked about this with the council presidents this morning. We also have billboards out in front of about, how many bases now, Mike? 7 bases. We make about 600 appearances a year at every war college, every senior war college, every intermediate war college, and we give out awards in front of their graduates. We come and set up tables. When all the new students come in, we give them free 1-year memberships. We do this with all of the service academies. We have an MOU with all the service academies. We go about every 4 weeks to Fort Sill to the Basic Officer Leadership course, and we give out about 250 to 300 new memberships a year. So the awareness is growing. There's a war going on. You've seen how our membership of active duty has grown from 10% to 16%. We have a person in the National Guard who we hired. We have a person who was in the reserves who we hired. We go to every National Guard convention now. We go to any group of reserves that meets and set up a table. We have about 50 people on the staff that are on the road at least twice a month, every one of them going to an exhibit or a convention to get the word out. I was telling the group this morning, I went to Iraq 2 years ago and found a lot of the senior people that had been going to our war colleges knew about us, were talking us up to the services. I went back again this year, and 3 of the people on General Petraeus' staff that briefed us had either gotten an award from us at a war college, or recognition in a war college, or a free membership. So what is that doing? That is getting all the influencers in the service that are the lieutenant colonels, the colonels, they're going to be the base commanders, the battalion commanders. They know about us, and that awareness is building, but it doesn't happen overnight. So we're in all kinds of venues advertising. We're going everywhere that we're invited. We go to Maxwell Air Force Base a couple times a month to the squadron officer course and a couple other courses, and sign up between 150, 200. Our list of prospects now alone is over 100,000, in addition to the people that we've recruited from these database efforts that we're getting and signing up people. So it's a process. We go out and get just as frustrated as you, but when you think about it, with a war going on, it's understandable. Where we find most people don't know about us is still the junior folks, the first lieutenants, the young captains in the Air Force, the lieutenant commanders in the Navy. More and more of those majors, colonels, lieutenant colonels say, oh, I heard about you, or yeah, I attended one of your officer placement service benefits. So we're getting there. We're as frustrated as you that we want to get there quicker, and we have a real sense of urgency to get there. But I can tell you, Mike cut short his brief. You can see the number of appearances we're making around the country on your behalf. So we're encouraged, but we still have a tremendous sense of urgency. So it's a great question. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In closing, we are working as hard as we can to accomplish as much as we can through the end of next year, in year of the chapter, and beyond. So thank you for all that you do, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Next is the legislative update by the Deputy for Department of Government Affairs, Colonel Mike Hayden. Mike.